check it out. We got it going on. We got the sidekick ID, the sidekick slide.
Welcome back to Inside USA, coming to you this week from Harlem in New York City. If you watched only American networks, you might think that there's nothing going on in this country apart from the race to the White House. Our antidote is, of course, to cover other stories, but also to cover the coverage. With the best and the worst of it, here's Richard Gisbert with this week's Election Post.
On the Election Post this week, the impact of the U.S. campaign on media coverage of Iran. Will the candidates use the debate over U.S. foreign policy on Tehran's nuclear plans as the big talking point of the campaign? And how will the media play the story? In this marathon of a campaign, the Iran issue keeps coming up.
Israel may be practicing for a possible bombing attack on Iran.
Most recently, the New York Times reported that Israeli military exercises over the Mediterranean were a dress rehearsal for a possible attack on Iran.
Israel will not tolerate a nuclear Iran.
Before that, it was failed candidate Hillary Clinton on what the U.S. should do if Iran ever went nuclear against Israel.
We would be able to totally obliterate them.
Prior to that, it was John McCain and his idea of a joke.
The old Beach Boys song, Bomb Iran. Bomb, bomb, bomb.
The Republican candidate's strategy and the Bush administration's, the more that the media focus the attention of Americans on issues like Iran, the better.
It is very difficult for John McCain to fight Obama on issues of the domestic economy, with the mortgage problems and the rest. So from their perspective, it will probably be more advisable to make foreign and security policy a lead part of the campaign. They can only do that if they can spread the idea that there is a huge risk from Iran, and Obama again would not be seen as the appropriate war president, whereas McCain might be.
The Republicans need the media to do that. And when Barack Obama said that, if elected, he would be willing to meet the Iranian president with no preconditions, there was coverage aplenty.
Strong countries and strong presidents talk to their adversaries.
And we have already seen that Obama had to take some steps backwards in terms of his assertion that he's going to meet with President Ahmadinejad and with the leaders of the Islamic Republic. You see the pressure of the media even on Obama's campaign, that the media demands that Obama conforms to this rationing of demonization of Iran.
The good news is, having been burned by the lies and distortions around Iraq, more of the media is taking an active role in raising questions than they ever have before.
Robert Greenwald of Brave New Films can take some of the credit for that. Organizations like his have mounted aggressive online campaigns chastising the U.S. news media for their failings on Iraq,
Do something.
warning them not to do the same on the Iran story.
It is too late to stop Iran's nuclear program.
They're at war now.
The attacks are connected to al-Qaeda, but is Iran pushing the terror buttons?
Since we focused at Brave New Films on the escalating calls for war in Iran, the situation has actually gotten better. There's less constant messaging coming from this administration about how Iran is a threat and how we have to go to war against them. Doesn't mean it's stopped completely, but certainly it's been dialed down somewhat.
A stunning development in Washington.
Part of that has to do with the November 2007 National Intelligence Estimate report that concluded Iran killed its nuclear weapons program 4 years earlier. That did not end the U.S. propaganda war against Iran. It merely shifted the emphasis.
They started to come up with this allegation that Iran is actively supporting the so-called insurgents, the anti-occupation forces in Iraq, who are killing American soldiers. Well, again, the media is just repeating these allegations without having a critical eye that actually there's no evidence.
As news stories go, the U.S. election campaign and the Iran nuclear issue are joined at the hip. They are inseparable. A Fox News commentator made that point recently when he said if the Bush administration foresees an Obama victory in November, that increases the likelihood of a U.S. attack against Iran before the election.
If President Bush thinks Senator Obama is going to win, does he worry that Obama won't follow through on that policy, which is not just a Bush policy.
It would, of course, be an immediate, massive news story. I mean, to have any kind of conflict with Iran would push everything else off the front pages for as long as it lasts.
Long enough, the theory goes, to help get another Republican elected to the White House. And we'll be following that story in the coming months of the campaign. Now, it's back to Inside USA.
Every Saturday afternoon for at least the last 38 years, a drumming circle has gathered here in Harlem's Marcus Garvey Park. Recently, the harmony has been shattered as noise complaints from residents of a new apartment building have set the drummers against newcomers to the area. The drummers see it as a battle about gentrification, race, and history. Baba Omalade is one of the drummers. This week, we'd like to give the last word to him.
Well, when we play the drums, we call on our ancestors. We call on the deities from heaven. We are there for a purpose. Because when we play the drums, people get possessed. And they come down with the spirit. What we say, your conscious or your unconscious mind, making contact with the universe, yeah. My name is Chief Omalade Olafemi. I was born in Jamaica. I came to this country in 1959. We've been playing drums in Marcus Garvey Park since 1969. People come out here to listen to the drums on Saturday. People come out here with their children, their grandchildren. It gives you a spiritual lift. You know, a lot of people got a lot of things on their minds, so when they come here, they get a chance to release that frustration. That's like going to church. People go to church on Sundays. On Saturdays, we come here and drum, you know. Now they got a lot of new buildings, a lot of new people coming in. And, you know, they're trying to stop the drumming in the park here, you know. It's a white lady that lives in the building over there. She's the one that complaining. She had an ad in the newspaper that the drums are disturbing her. She's the one that got the police to start harassing us. They cannot watch a television, they can't have peace in the house because they say we're making too much noise here. That's why they keep moving us around. So we hope the new president will be able to give us a change, to change things for the better, because the situation is getting bad here. Kids are failing school, they're winding up on drugs, they're going to jail. That's not the future of America. Everybody's for Obama, so we hope he makes it, because he seems to be about change. Yeah, we need change. Yeah, that's good. From slavery to the presidency, that's good. Yeah, they came a long way. Yeah, yeah.
That's all the time we have for this week's edition of Inside USA. From Harlem in New York City. Until next time, so long.